My name is Nicole Bruno, and this is task number 13, perform a cytologic evaluation of a vaginal smear. So I have my patient here. This is my OCCI certification. So I have all my supplies here. I have my cotton swabs, my saline, and my clean microscope slide. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to moisten my Q-tips with the saline. Just going to moisten it. Okay. So you want to insert this about 1 to 2 inches. I'm just going to insert. And I'm about, she's a very good girl, I'm about 1.5 to 2 inches. I'm just going to rotate it around. I know, I'm sorry. And roll it. Good girl. So now that I have my swab, I'm going to roll this onto my clean slide here. I'm going to gently roll it back and forth. Good girl. Okay. So here's my sample. So now we are just going to leave it to dry. So to dry your slide, you just want to gently wave it in the air. And then once it's finished drying, we can start to stain it. So my vaginal cytology slide is now all dried, so now I can begin my Dip Quick stain. So I have my stains here. First going to put my slide in the fixative. So it's 10 1-second dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then going to place into the eosin, which is my second dip. 10 1-second dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lastly is my methylene blue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just going to rinse it. And I'm just going to leave my slide to dry here with the button down, and then we can begin examining our slide under the microscope. So my vaginal cytology slide is all dry, so I'm now going to begin examining it under the microscope. Turn my microscope. I'm going to examine it on 10 power, 40 power, and 100 power. So first, I have my microscope on 10 power. Hard to distinguish what type of cells on this power, but they are there. I'm just going to move it to 40 power to get a better look. Focus. Okay. Again, if your slide is not properly stained, you can always restain it. Just trying to find a good area to interpret. Okay. Okay. I'm now going to look on 100 power. And this is my oil immersion lens, so I'm just going to add my drop of mineral oil. Okay, here we are. So I see, just in this view, an overwhelming amount of parabasal cells. And I will go through the different type of cells and what stages they are found in. So I'm just going to look at another view here. You see Again, mostly parabasal cells. I see a few intermediate cells. So just based on those two views, so just based on those two areas that I looked at, this would indicate that the patient is probably in diestrus or anestrus. So now I'm going to go through the types of cells and in what stages they're found. So there are three types of epithelial cells that are commonly found on vaginal smears. There are parabasal cells, intermediate cells, and superficial cells. So my first picture is of what parabasal cells look like. Just going to put it up here. So parabasal cells are in fact the smallest cells, epithelial cells. They are round and they have a high nuclear to cytoplasmic ratio, as you can see here. So these parabasal cells are commonly found in diestrus and anestrus cycles. So the next type of cell are the intermediate cells. So come back and zoom here. So these are the intermediate cells. So the size varies with these cells, as you can see from this diagram actually. They are flat and they give a very rolled up appearance. So these are the intermediate cells. Their size does vary. They are larger than the parabasal cells, as you can also maybe tell from this image. So these cells are found in all phases except estrus. So that is where these cells are commonly seen. Lastly, we have the superficial cells, and these are them here. So these are two variations of what they could look like. So the superficial cells are the largest cells. They are flat and they give this rolled up appearance. As you can see, the nucleus is either absent, as in this cell here, or very small. And it's pretty much almost absent in this one. So these cells are found in proestrus. They also begin to markedly decline during the onset of diestrus. So that is the three different cells. Again, those are the three most common cells seen on vaginal smears. So again, just to summarize my slide here, I am on the oil immersion lens with a 100 power lens, and I see mostly parabasal cells and a small amount of intermediate cells, indicating to me that this patient is in diestrus or anestrus. And that concludes our vaginal smear cytology.